Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of Wood and Stone. I'm Icon and today we're going to finish up the Weaver, craft ourselves some fabric and see where we'll end up with that. So there's a couple of things that we still have to do to make this city a real city. We're only starting out here. The Cretonian populace has a fine little city here so far, and all those mountains will house the Dondorians in the long run, so we're gonna have some fine city here. I'm already carving out the new area for the Dondorians here. As soon as that's being done, we're going to set up some dormitories in the mountains and the like to make our other part of the population a bit happier. We also should be able to set up tailoring this episode. So let's see. Cheetah Tailor. Yeah, there we go. So we're able to produce clothing out of fabrics. Since we ain't got no hunter, we got no leather either. The thing here is, now with the Dondorian population, we would actually have a good reason to set up a hunter and get ourselves meat and leather, because our dwarven population will love meat. Our Cretonian population, not so much, but for these folks, we got the farms. So, let's see. I'm a little bit worried here still about my food situation, but I bet it's almost harvest time. Yeah, well, let's see. Skill 135. Yeah, it's harvest time. It's always the same. Every year. I get a tad bit nervous about that. And this year, we're setting up the cotton farm. And next year, we're going to be able to produce something out of that. Right now, our weavers are already working on the wild plucked cotton that we provide them. We are here sitting on auto-employ. For now, I'll be okay with that. Usually, I'm not a big fan of auto-employ, but for this regard, it's fine. We're going to adjust that later when we need to. So, man, even though we got now the workers hired here to make more, still not coming together here. So let's see. I want more workers here, so let's cancel that auto-employment right away. You see, sometimes it's just not viable. And the cotton farm is here for us. Okay, nice. So I'll be packing up more dwarves here, so we can get more artisanistry done. The cool thing is that we have shared the jobs in a way that now the Dondorians will do the jobs they like, and the Cretonians will do the jobs they like, so nobody has to be unhappy in any regard. And can we get that poop hole done now? There we go. Finally. So this is going to be, again, another big pull for the entire city, because, you know, these are the very most important services. And you see here, this place has a heavy load, and enough of these jokes. I think we need more than that. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's see. Yeah. We're just going to copy that and set up one here right next to the mountain. Or, well, yeah. But let's, yeah, I'll set it up there. The exciting part will be for this run that we're going to get ourselves some rooms into the mountain. I've never done that before, putting up rooms into the mountain, but this time we'll do. So with all that money pouring into our ledger, let's go for some imports as well. So for the time being, I want to import metal just on a steady pace, because we need it. I will produce my that metal on my own pretty soon, but right now well, you know, we're not there yet, so we gotta get there. So the next export depot has to be built now, because, you know, we're producing fabric now. And as a matter of fact, we're going to bring up 2 of them for the cotton as well. You know, everything which can be eventually overproduced has to have a sink in my cities. So I'm lowering now the export level for my food stocks. So we're only exporting 20% of these now, because I don't feel like we need them anymore. Or we don't need them that hard now. We're exporting enough, and therefore let's probably shut down this one here. So we're exporting 0% of our warehouse stock, or let's say 10% of our warehouse stock, basically. Only if we really have too much wood in our stockpiles, we're going to export some of that. Because, you know, at this point right now, I don't really want to get rid of wood anymore. I only did that because I had a lack of money to get myself some iron, some metal, but that's over now. So let's set it up here. Fabric. Here's the same thing. From these goods, I really only sell when we are brim filled with that stuff. But I dislike the fact of I dislike any warehouse that's just overspilling for no good reason at all. You know. Here we go. So we have now exports set up for pretty much all the stuff we are producing in larger scales. The only thing I don't have an export up yet is for furniture. But considering the very slow production speeds of that stuff, I am very much inclined to consider, for one, a bigger workshop. And let's see, let's put that up like that. Here we go. So 12 employees. I think that's just necessary at this point. So let's put up the auxiliaries here. There we go. So that's a very low cost investment, but we'll have now a ton more carpenters available for us now. So let's put up the maximum amount of employees in there, because seriously, we need that stuff. Carpentry is one of my favorite early game businesses. Out of a simple reason, carpentry, furniture is needed on so many places, and at the same time, if you ever have too much furniture, you can sell it away via exports, and it's being produced out of an infinite resource. It's not been my idea, I gotta admit that. This wisdom has been shared in the comment section of mine, and I'm really happy that it showed up, because seriously, you can do a lot with that. It's a good venue of earning early game money, therefore. Alright, so let's get ourselves some more people here into the city. I bet that we're going to have a new need of services pretty soon. And let's keep an eye out on that. So I bet that sleeping spots or eating spots will grow short soon. You know what? We're just going to set up another eatery over there, right next to the mountain, because I already know that ultimately that service will be needed, and let's rather not wait until the people go nuts because it's not there, you know. There we go. So we reached 100 people as well. Those things give you a little bit of a happiness bump every time they happen, so yay, I guess. And let's check it out. We got a lot of knowledge available, so definitely want to unlock that one, because trees matter for my species, because the Cretonians love harmony, and trees spread harmony. So I can beauty up the city with that. But right now, the extra populace is none of my concerns. So we're going to unlock now all those sweet service technologies here. So we can set up a stage now, and we can set up flat houses now. Good stuff. So we're going to unlock next the bread smelter and all that stuff. I think I can click it like that, can't I? Yeah, beautiful. So I'm not going to go for bakery or brewery yet. What we're interested in, though, is the metal smelter, because this would allow me to import ore instead of finished up metal. You know what? We're going to do this. I got all the necessary things available for that, so we're going to set up stockpiles for these. This also will need will make a charcoaler necessary for our city, but heck, little do I care. So charcoaling sounds like more of a Dondorian job to me, so we're going to set up the charcoaler inside the mountain. No, this will take too long for us to finish that, but well, let's wait until these things here are finished first. I don't want to overburden my infrastructure here by all means. And there's another thing we're going to set up here now. And that's another warehouse. Because this area here will be a hub for all manner of different things. And therefore, I want to have a warehouse here as well. So we're going to put it down either here or there. But I think I'm going to focus myself on this area first, so the warehouse will live there. I already wanted to have a bit of a road section here. You see, I already carved out the mountain at this spot here, for example, because we want roads in here, and there's going to be a long road in there as well, and we're gonna be good about that. But let's finish these projects first. I think that's a good idea, though. So why the heck is the lavatory not being constructed? Nobody knows. For some reason, I feel like there is always a weird thing happening with the priorities. Whenever I set down fresh prioritized jobs, the old priorities of the game get mucked up, and stuff just doesn't work out as intended anymore. I don't know. So once the warehouse here is done, I'm going to set up another thing, and that's a hunter. Because my Dondorians love meat. We can use leather for a lot of good things. And, well, I merely wonder what to do with the leather, though. There's a couple of things we could do. First off, we could make clothing out of that. Or we could make armor out of that, or we could sell it. That's pretty hard to decide for me, but all in all, the leather will be useful. So let's see, is that eatery still in the vicinity of my warehouse? I wonder. There's the jacket lining. No, it ain't. So it's good that we have a new warehouse there, because this eatery will not receive too much food because it's not in the vicinity of that warehouse. So, also the material transports here are really sluggish. Now, first things first, we want to dislodge this thing. You know, when you copy a warehouse, you copy all its settings too. Not really what I wanted here, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to set up crates for fruit, for veg. Lots of meat here, because that's going to be the primary storage place for that. Then, well, we won't have any mushrooms for sure. Let's set up one for bread later down the road, and, well, let's see. I don't know what I'm going to be using that warehouse as well, but these are the things that I want to have in here. So let's say we're definitely going to bring up the coal in here, because I felt like going for the charcoaling business in the vicinity here. And yeah, you know what? We're going to do this. So let's dig into the mountain here and there as well. And that's going to be the charcoaler. Or let's check out if charcoaling is really a job that these dudes like to do. So let's see. How does the icon of this thing look like? They love working in mines. You already know that. Charcoalers. They are also good at charcoaling. And fulfillment-wise, can we check that out here too? Sometimes I feel like a search bar here wouldn't be a bad thing either. So charcoalers, 50%, and these folks also 50%. They're a tad bit worse. You know what? We're going to go for a different thing here. So work priorities are going to be based on skill now, and not on fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, I bet that these guys are not good at anything. Yeah, okay, they have a little bit of a worse fulfillment there. But, sorry. This way, at least, always all jobs will get done by the people that are best at it. And I think that's a very, very preferable way of getting jobs done, isn't it? So, just my humble opinion. Alright. So our food stockpiles are severely dropping. So let's set up a hunter. That'll make our Dondorian populace a lot happier, and, you know, this will alleviate all of the issues there. So we're going to set up the hunter here. The hunter at the pond. So let's bring up 2 hunters. That's going to be more than enough for the entire city, I bet. Stabilize that thing. Oh yeah, and we're going to store our leather in there, so we got both of the products at once stored in there. And why not? Let's do a... What the heck? Stairs? Huh. 4 fortifications. I had no clue these exist, but now I do. So let's put that tailor into the vicinity of the hunter, I think. Won't hurt. So, the tailor. So far, we got ourselves 7 employees in that design. Well, should be okay. Oh, here we go. Needs metal, and quite a lot of it too. But luckily we got more than enough money for that, so 48 metal they want from me. So I still haven't set up the chalk holder, so we can't set up the smelter either. But, you know, I want to give those dudes time to dig out these rooms. So, why is my population here unhappy? Ah, these guys care about food stockpiles. I see. So, these folks grow happier the more food is available in the city. Well, don't you worry, guys. I gotcha. That shortage won't last any longer. First off, the farms should be harvested very, very soon as well, but another thing will kick in. The hunter is in town. Okay, we're going to put up 2 hunters here because, you know, heck, why not? And we got eggs. For Christ's sake, they are looting eggs. Okay. One of my populations loved eggs. I bet it's these folks. No? You guys? Yeah. They like eggs. Yeah. This is not a sustaining thing, you know. This is just a temporary thing, so to say. I bet we won't have a steady supply of eggs. That's all I'm trying to say here. Okay, we need tree felling yet again. And, well, look at that. We got 157 pieces of furniture ready right now. We're getting there. So, judging from the developments here, I want to copy that fruit farm. The other one looks so anarchist. And I'm going to copy another veg farm here. Here we go. And expand the irrigation. And the roads. Because that might be the end of these fields there. Okay, wonderful. What a nice start. So we're producing tiny amounts of livestock here. So let's amp up the amount of people working on the ox pasture. I think it was 6 people for this thing, ideally. Okay. So let's pick up 11 of these and a couple of these. And I think with all the stuff I got for me right now, it is about time to set up the first unit of flat housing. So to make things clear, we need to check out where the majority of our Cretonians will live at. So I think, let's check out, I always like to go for fertility ratios, but in this regard, this whole place is fertile. So we could settle down here, though. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's put down, let's put down some roads here. And since this is the most unfertile soil that we got here in town, we're going to set up our housing there. I always love to go for housing in the unattractive areas, so to say. Unattractive in terms of agriculture, of course. So there we go. Let's put some of these together. And here it's going to be a little bit more complicated, because you're setting up apartments in there. And we have to stabilize the entire building somehow. So, well, that doesn't work out too good here. Let's put it down something like that. This at least doesn't look like crap. So I gotta say, designing round flat houses is a extreme weird challenge. So this either goes symmetric or it doesn't go at all. Oh yeah, let's do this like that. Okay. And now we need carpets everywhere. So I love carpets. Why do I love carpets? Because fabrics are usually super easy to produce in large numbers, unlike knickknacks, which are made out of furniture. So it's way easier to bump up the coziness of a place, whichever sports carpets. Okay. So this will eat up a lot of my resources, but at the same time, it'll be a blessing for the city. We can also set up some trees to make folks even happier. But all in all, that's pretty quick growth here, gotta say. I really feel like I learned something. Alrighty, we got enough odd jobbers, and as soon as this thing here is being done, I'm really looking forward to that. So, I guess we won't be getting the... sorry, like a lapse of thought. Yeah, we won't be getting the smelter done in this episode, but I think at the same time there's a lot of other goodness that we can get together here. So let's put a clothing into a box, and we got ourselves now the tailors'. So I leave them on auto-employ, but no, we're not. We're going to. Auto-employ does really, really weird and wacky decisions in this regard, and I've seen so many strange things happening. All of a sudden, the AI feels like, no, now we're not going to employ people anymore. And I don't take that, you know. So let's use some temporary holders to get the fabric and the carpentry here. Oops. There we go. This helps a lot by to get things done here. So we got a massive over providing of wood. That doesn't matter too much. So there we go. So probably should have brought up a holder as well for the other stuff, huh? Well, and now let's just delete these jobs. So let's put up some trees here. To make the stuff a little bit more beautiful. There we go. And the new flat house is rising. So, what's making you folks unhappy now? So, the amount of wells is not to your liking. Well, I do agree on that. I do totally agree on that. So, we're going to bring up another well here. So, there we go. It's a nice one. And we certainly can use more of these, but not right now. So, let's set up the charcoaler here, and that's going to be the last thing I'll do for today. So, wait a sec. This is going to be good old boxy shape. There we go. Gonna need some stabilizing in the middle, but... So... That's gonna be some fine dwarven craftsmanship. Oh, we need clay for that one. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not dwarven craftsmanship. It's, of course, Dondorian craftsmanship, you know. No wrong labeling here. So, yeah, we gotta import ourselves some clay for that. And, yeah, my friends, so that's gonna be the end of today's episode. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope you're liking this as much as I do. We're going to see where this will get us at the end of the next episode. And, well, I have a good feeling about this. We have a decent start. It'll take a while until we get the charcoaler going now because of the lack of clay and the lack of metal, but one thing at a time. We'll earn that money we need, and we'll get past these things. So drop me your comments down below. Leave me your thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course consider subscribing. There's daily content coming up from my side. I'd be delighted to have you. Have a good one, and see you soon. Bye-bye.